Hello everyone and welcome to Wow Crochet Designs. My name is Mary and today I'm coming to you with Midweek Live. Wow, why are we so high up? welcome everyone. Once again, bear with me. I'm sharing the internet today with my wonderful son next door who is teaching right now, so do bear with me. In the meantime, let's all get sorted out. We have a lot to discuss. It is such a busy live today. I don't know where to start. Hello, Liz. Wonderful, Liz. Welcome. First person on today. Yay. We have a lot to get through. Hello, lovely Kiki. I have so much to talk to you about today, guys. Hello, wonderful Karen. Lovely to have you here. For those of you who have just joined and haven't said hello but are typing away trying to get in, hello to you too. So much to talk about. And as you saw in that little front picture that I posted just now, look what arrived today. And yes, it's a gorgeous purple. Now, if you don't know this and you're joining us new today, we are going to be working on a blanket called Pretty as a Peacock, which was part of a giveaway. And we were waiting on this color before I can do anything. And so it finally arrived. Very excited. And I'll show you more again in a moment. Let's just go back and say hello, Liz Murphy. Lena. Hello, Lena. You sound like you are new. Welcome. Hello. Yeah, I know the yarn has finally arrived. Lovely Raylene. Hello, Raylene. Now, here it is, guys. This is the, what did we say it was called again? Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. Jody, where are you? Because she usually tells me these things. If you don't know this, Jody was the winner of that giveaway, and she won the exact same colors that she chose that we're going to use for the blanket. And this one's mine, so I don't mind if it unravels, but this yarn tends to unravel very quickly. There's nothing wrong with it. It's gorgeous yarn. I've already worked with it, and I'll show you some of the gear I've already done in a moment. But just to let you, Deep Periwinkle, that's the one. It's called Deep Periwinkle. It's very purple. Look at that purple to that purple. What? It's very purple. And let me show you quickly what we're going to be using it on. Now, bear with me again, guys. If the internet does play up, I will re-sign back in because I really want you to be here for this today. We have so much to talk about. I don't know if I bought it in. I will have a look if I've bought it in. If I haven't, don't worry. You have seen it already. And for those of you joining us new, you will see it on our very next live, Saturday morning's live. I will have more information and you will be able to see more of the pattern. What? On Saturday morning's live. I'm very excited about it. Very. Now, that's one big thing I wanted to talk about because that means now I can finish designing the pattern. See, for me, unless I'm seeing that color, I struggle to worry about how we're going to finish the pattern. I need to be able to put a color to the pattern. The other thing too, guys, it's raining outside. Rain, I'm sharing the internet. If things die or things close up and shuts down, I will relog back in, guys, because I can just feel it. You know when you know, but you never know. It might surprise me. It might just surprise me. I've missed all of the chat. I do apologize, everyone. Hello, Angela. Good morning, Triple C. Mwah! The lovely Dana. I love Dana so much. If you don't know who Crochet Creative Crochet Triple C is, that's the lovely Dana. She is just her and her wonderful husband. I believe his name is Joe. Oh, they're so beautiful. I just want to go over to America and give them a big cuddle. Oh, but I can't leave Melbourne. I can't leave my house right now. Don't you love it? So lovely, Dana. Welcome. Anne, you are here. Hello, Anne. I hope you are well. I hope you are better. Deborah. Hello, Deborah. Lovely to have you here. I won't be here Saturday night live. A long day Saturday. That's all right. That's fine. Angela, you can't always make it. I understand that. But do watch the replay on that one because lots of important information on that one. Very big news coming our way too at Wow Crochet Designs. What? I'm not giving it away today. I don't give the big news away on Wednesday. I give the good news away on Wednesday, but the big news comes Saturday. Just a bit battered and bruised, but doing better. I'm so glad you are, Anne. Yes, your daughter was telling us that you were unwell, so there you go. But I'm glad you are feeling much better. All right, so let's get on with this very busy live that I was talking to you about. All right, so for starters, as you know, we will be starting. Oh my gosh, hello, green butterfly. There she is. Lovely to have you here. We were talking about the Mr. Harry Styles top. Now, okay, it's coming tomorrow. What? And I did mention that Thursday we will have part 1 uploaded tomorrow. Well, look, you know what? Give me like 24 hours. It might be tomorrow night, or it might be the Friday morning, because I haven't recorded it yet. Oh. But I have I have started it, as you know. So this is part of the other side, the red part. Now I'm having a little problem with it, and for the simple fact that maybe I might have accidentally used, I hope I didn't, a 3.5 when I did the first side, okay? If I used a 3.5 millimeter hook, by the way, that's what I meant. If I use a 3.5 millimeter hook and I use the 4 on this big one, exactly the same amount of stitches. This is like maybe 7 centimeters bigger than the other one. So bear with me on it. I'm going to play with it tonight and see what I did wrong. But this is the top we are making. Thank you, Dana. This is the top that we are making. Well, we're not making it for, we are. I'm making it for Mr. Harry Styles, and then I'm going to send it to him just because I want to, not because he paid me to. How about that? Look at the base of that stitch right there. Oh, how intricate is that? Our top will not have that base, okay? It's a little difficult, and it's very intricate, and it's a lot of work. And the actual base, that part there was only 3 rows. 3? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 rows. And I know for a fact that I undid that and did it maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 times. And I know it took me nearly 2 hours to do those 3 rows. And that was only once I got the pattern right. So it's very fiddly, lots of work. So I thought, you know what, for ours we're going to do upside down for starters. No, that's the right way and that's the wrong way. Let's try, get it right, Mary. Okay, and that's what we are looking at for ours. Where the intricate stitch is, however, we're just going to have double crochets there, all right, for ours. If you wanted the other version, that will be a paid pattern on my website coming up in a few months' time. But in the meantime, we're doing a basic one here on the channel, and it's for the man in our lives, or even for yourself. That top is a perfect top for, it's gender friendly. So there you go. Really, you can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. If you wanted to make this top for yourself, you could, and I will show you in the video how to measure yourself the same way we did when we did the treble berry boxy jumper. All right, so we're going to be doing the Harry Styles top exactly the same way, but for your man, of course. If you wanted to make it for yourself, you just adjust the measurements for yourself. So we're working on your own measurements. We're not working on, because I don't have Mr. Harry Styles with me, do I? So I can't really measure him. So my poor son, once again, is going to become my model. And if he doesn't want to model it for the photo, I'll just pop it on one of the mannequins. But he is my model for the physical part, so I'll know measurements pretty much. I mean, my son is relatively small. He's young and he's not, he doesn't have an older man's body. Oh, that sounds terrible. He has his young 20-something body, as you do when you're that age, yes. And that's okay. So with his, I will actually measure it on him and use his measurements and maybe make them the next measurement up. So it's kind of like in a medium. And that gives Mr. Styles a chance of whether he wants to wear it as a fitted top if he's a bit bigger than my son, or whether he's the same size as my son and have it a tiny little bit loose. We don't know, because you don't know how people are these days. Everybody changes, especially around these times when everybody's home. What? All right, so what have I missed? Okay, itchy again. Here we go. It starts. All right, Kat. Hello, Kat. Lovely to have you here. Okay, good morning, Kat. I'm from Coventry. Yes, trying to wake up Kiki. I sent her to bed over 6 hours ago. I'm going to call you Mother Kiki today. I mean, you're trying to wake up Franca, not Kiki. Wake up, Mary. You're trying to wake up Franca. That's hilarious. Just tell Franca, wake up. Oh no, I put the pen down. I don't know what I've done with it. Can you believe? Oh, here it is. Hello. Okay, so we have talked about. All right, so we've talked about the Mr. Harry Styles top. Yes, and that is hopefully coming tomorrow night, part 1. And part 1 will just be showing you how to get to a certain stage of the top, because when you get to around here, you want to pop the heart in. Now, if by any chance you are new to crochet and you're struggling to think, oh, what if that's too intricate for me? It really isn't. It's just single crochet. You just got to remember how to put the yarn, and I'll be showing you through that. Like, we'll be guiding you right through that heart. So we'll be doing the heart together. So part 1 will be 3/4 of the way at the top. And then I'll get you to come back, and part 2 will be the heart all the way up to here. And then I'll tell you what to do there. And then all you have to do is repeat that for the second side of the top, because the front and the back are going to be the same. Yep, exactly the same. Nothing's a bit different. The only difference is the back will be in red and the front will be in green, and the heart will be in red on the front and the heart of the back will be in green. So those are the only 2 differences that you're going to see with the Mr. Harry Styles top. And when I'm finished, I'm posting that top to him, whether he likes it or not. Oh, you like that? Okay. All right. Okay. She did say, yes, Mum. And I told her to go to sleep. Hello, Sherry. You're late, but it's not too late. We haven't missed too much. You've missed about 12 minutes. And what you have missed are 2 things. We're having a quick chat about the Harry Styles top, which is coming tomorrow, fingers crossed, or early Friday morning. Let's just assume it'll be ready by tomorrow. Like I say that. Assume it'll be ready by tomorrow. But give or take a day, right? And we also talked about the yarn that came in for our Pretty as a Peacock Blanket. I'm so excited. I can now get on with the pattern. Oh, very exciting. Saturday, big news coming Saturday, guys. I'm not telling you now. You have to join me on this. Is big news. It's different news. It's still crochet. It's always crochet. Different news. And it's good news for you guys. So it works out better for you than it does me. That doesn't look good. What have I done? Oh, anyway. You have to be with us on Saturday mornings live. Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Melbourne, Australia time. Big live. Huge. Massive. That big. Oh, this big. Maybe this big. No. How naughty am I today? I'm already starting. All right. So we've talked about... I'm stressing out because I'm worried that we're going to lose internet. All right, so HS top's been talked about. We've talked about the Pretty as a Peacock Blanket. Okay, now what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to quickly design the pattern as quickly as I can. And what I might do is actually send the gear off to the lovely Jody, and then when the pattern is ready, I'll just post the pattern out, and one little envelope will take smaller and quicker to get to Ireland than it will a pack. The pack will probably get there after the pattern. Be sent first, won't get there till after the pattern. Oh, you like that. And then once she receives the pattern, we will go ahead with doing the pattern here on the website, YouTube. I was going to say website then. Here on YouTube. The pattern will be available as a paid pattern on the website before we start. Okay, so if you wanted to purchase a pattern and start without us, by all means, that's entirely up to you, right? But in the meantime, I'm going to keep going ahead with designing it. I haven't designed it yet, so I'm going to have to work. I know what I want. It's pretty much very lacy looking, and there's a lot of solid in the middle, and then we're getting to the lace, then we're going to have some more solid rows, and then we're going to get into lace. It's just going to look gorgeous. Get in the corner, Mary. I'm staying in here today, Karen, because I am very naughty. I don't know what happened from Saturday to today. All of a sudden, I have far too much to talk about. And of course, that one thing is something that's going to come on Saturday. I don't want to talk about it today. I don't want to talk about it today because it's big news, yeah? All right, so let's talk about quickly Cool. No, we won't talk about that. We'll talk about the coaster. Now, the coaster is done. It is edited and it's waiting for me to rewatch it. I did find a mistake in the pattern during the tutorial, which I leave so that you guys can see how I edit my own patterns. It's something that I don't usually show people, but that's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing either because I found a mistake I should have found after reading it twice. However, it goes to show you really need to send, when you're writing up patterns, you really need to send them off to get tested. This was not tested. This was just me rereading it twice and assuming I did it right twice when I really did it wrong twice. But it was only one tiny mistake, which if I didn't get it tested or I didn't show you guys on YouTube and do it stitch by stitch, like reading it stitch by stitch, I wouldn't have found that mistake. I would have posted it off to whoever. They would have purchased a pattern and said, what? I don't know what you've done here. You've made a big mistake. It wasn't big, but it was missing 2 chains. And if you did miss 2 chains in that row that was the mistake, I believe it was the second last. Was it second last row? Row 5. I think it was row 5. It's still in. I've left it on the tutorial on purpose for you to see. And I've circled it and I've told you where the mistake was and I've left it there so you could see. Now, if it was this one here, the last row. If I was attaching it to something without putting those chain 2s in, it would look like that. Everything else would have the space and that would be squashed. And that would be like a mistake. Okay, so you don't want that. So it's better if you're going to do design to get your pieces tested. Get your patterns tested because it happens. It's really warm in here, guys. You don't mind. I'm going to take this jumper off. It's because, you know what? Because we're all home, I've shut the doors. So it's even hotter. What? All right, so, oh, naughty am I. So get your patterns tested. I can't stress that enough. But that's it. I'm going to get those tested in the future. But in the meantime, coaster is coming. Now, the coaster, that tutorial, it will be slipped in between whatever tutorials I'm putting up. Because that's actually, I'll just drop the pen. That's actually complete. And so I don't want it to sit on the computer. I want to get rid of it. Oh, get rid of it? I didn't mean to say that. I want it to go out, yeah? Hello, Carrot Top. Hello, welcome. I told you that you needed to proofread your patterns. Look, I have pattern testers too, Karen, actually. But for the purpose of this coaster, I just wanted to get this pattern out. I never do this. With certain patterns, I never ever put written patterns. I don't even write patterns usually. I just look at my head and it's got to, go for it. that's pretty much what I do. I look at something and say, yeah, I know what that is. That's what happens when you've been doing it for too long. The only time you will need patterns is when I'm doing an intricate stitch that I've never done before, or a pattern that I've never seen, and I need to reread until I get it right. Okay. So that's that. Now, let me pick up that. Oh, no, forget it. I found a pencil here. We'll leave the pattern and the pen on the floor. I'll get it later. I can't get the pencil. Oh, look, I got a hook instead. Let's try it again. There it is. There's a little tub next to me. It's got a lot of stuff in it. All right, so that's the coaster. Yes? All right, now, the other thing is we did our basket weave stitch. That was uploaded yesterday? I think it was. There it is. What? And where's the other piece? I want to show you that. Now, this is the yarn that we chose, that you guys chose. There's 3 different colors there, the peach, the blue, and whatever it was. And that, look at that. Look at the line it puts. You know what? I remember doing this for a photographer once, and I was so angry about the line. She loved the line. But anyway, and it looks better with the basket weave as a solid stitch. Karen says this, hi, hang on, I missed all this. Hello, Karen, hello, I missed all of this. Hi, everyone who have joined since I said hi last. That's lovely, Karen, thank you. Raylene says, that was hard on the arthritis. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Jenny, hi Mary, my first live here and I'm late. Oh, good. Is it Jenny? Did I call you Jeremy? I don't know what I called you. Sorry, Jenny. I meant Jenny, sorry. Jenny, welcome, welcome. Your first live. You're late. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I go through all the stuff towards the end as well anyway. No, good. Do a quick rundown at the end. But yes, this was a little bit of stress on the arthritis because you're going forward and then you're going backwards and in and out. So you're really working that wrist and you're working your hands, your thumbs, your fingers, everything's working all at once. So yeah, I know it does. It's a little bit of murder on the hands. But you know what? Imagine that in a blanket, in a jumper, a cardigan, but crying out loud. Look at that. I love just thinking about it's getting me excited. The basket weave would make lovely placemats. Yeah, no, but also makes a nice thick woolen jumper. I love front post. It's very easy. Very, very simple. What do you think of using variegated? Variegated, yes. Variegated would look good. Now, let me talk to you about, I did use, let me show you. What was the colour? Something's going to fall in a minute over there. I'm waiting for it to fall. Right. See that green one right there? That's going to fall any minute now. Let me just show you the one I did use as a variegated. And you didn't see that, did you? I dropped everything there. What? This one here. This one right here. You can see the thread. I did half of this in this colour, assuming it would be great. By the time I got halfway and the black kicked in, firstly, you couldn't see it very much online. The black was really annoying. Secondly, it left another line halfway through because it stopped. I was going to cut it and then restart it with the lighter colour. I thought, just don't want to deal with that. So I didn't mention that in the tutorial because I just forgot all about that. I did that. But now that you mentioned the variegated, because you can see how much is being used, yeah? I started using this because I thought, let's do this because we haven't done this yet. Let's use this. And it turned out terrible. As a variegated yarn for this, it turned out really bad. So I was a bit disappointed. Plus you couldn't see the little black speckles kind of looked like I was putting my hook in the wrong stitch. And so I thought, no, that's misleading. We better not do that. So I stopped doing that as well. So there you go. But yes, I think it looks better as a solid. I really do believe this looks better in one color. That's me. Like, you could use two different colors if you like. If you're going to maybe use in the middle somewhere, don't use it when you're changing into sets, because when you change into sets, you get that line, which is right here. You get it. You saw it yourself when I put it up on the channel. You get that line when you're changing to next set. No matter which way you look at it, it really looks yucky. It looks unprofessional, doesn't it? Now, I knew that happened because I've done it once before for the photographer, and I can't believe that I'd forgotten I'd done that. But it looks gorgeous, and I really would love this as a cardigan in the really icy cold winter. I think I've seen it in like in a movie or something. This color, this look, you know, when you sort of remember an image and it's stuck in your head. When I was doing it, I said, I know this. I've seen it as a cardigan once before. I don't know where. I haven't seen it, but I can't for the life of me think where. And I think this would make a lovely cardigan. However, this is for our swatch blanket of 2021. If you are joining us new and you have not started, you still have time. We're not completing the blanket until November or early December, the latest. Getting it ready for Christmas. Yay. So if you have not started it, I will leave a playlist at the end of this live in a description box down below. Click on the playlist, start from part 1 and work your way all the way up to this one here, which was part 16. To think about it then, part 16. So get excited, guys, because we're getting very close. The square is lovely. Jenny, is it? I keep forgetting your name, honey. I'm sorry. I don't know why I say Jane and Jeremy and everything else. Just can you bop me over the head a little bit? Don't do it so hard because I'll cry. Jenny, while you're here, let me just show you quickly. These are the other ones. Okay, these are all These are all of the swatches that we have done. Look at them all. Look at them all. Oh, that was the cat one. We like the cat one. It was very nice. It was very nice. I like very much. I don't know where this accent comes from sometimes. So there you go. We've got so many different patterns. Now, this is a way also, if you didn't want to do the swatch blanket, but you just wanted to play with patterns, this is the way to do it. Grab a square each and just play with different patterns. This is the way to do it. Trust me, best way. Okay, so that's that. I told you I had a lot to talk about. There's so much more. There's so much more. Oh, I don't know how to keep up. I don't know. Okay, I'm ticking them off as we go along because I know there's a lot. Again, if we disconnect for any reason, I'm logging back in because there's still so much more to talk about. All right. So, okay, we've talked about the Harry Styles top. Yeah. Part 1 will be coming tomorrow or early in the morning the next day, but more likely tomorrow night. Part 2, I'm sorry, let's forget about part 2. We're not going to talk about that yet. On Friday, we are going to start, and we're only starting it because this is going to take us weeks to make, yeah? But it may not, because I found this was quite quick for me. And when I first few rows, when I got them wrong, I got the count wrong. Once I fixed the counter, the rest was easy. We are doing the Call the Midwife blanket. Check it out. What? Oh, look how big that is. You're going to need quite a bit of yarn for this. But you don't have to do this size, not side. You have to do the side. You don't have to do this size. Now, let me talk to you. I'll get a bit closer for you. With the Call the Midwife blanket, there are many ways of doing this, right? Look at that. Now, I've stretched this too much, so that's better. There are many ways you can do this. I'm going to, during the tutorial, show you the 2 different ways. And this will give beginners a chance to do one way, and the rest of us, who are a little bit more advanced, a chance to do it the other way. Instead of doing 2 tutorials for this, because I don't think you'll need to, I'll do the one to show you how to do it. I'll send you up on your own and you do your sets of 5 rows. I'm itchy, it must be this yarn. And then you come back in about, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, depends on how long it takes us to do it, and we will do a gorgeous border together, okay? But in the tutorial, I show you how to do it in the stitch. Oh, let's go up a bit higher. In the stitch or around the stitches. So if you are struggling because you're new at crochet and you can't get into the chain, you do it around the chains. You'll understand that when you see the tutorial, but I'm also going to show you how to do your crochet through the chains. So you can have that opportunity to have yours looking differently. And I'll show you both pieces so you can see the difference between going through the chain and not going through the chain. Doesn't make sense now, but it will once we start the tutorial and you have a look. Okay, I missed all the chat. Okay. Where are we? I love the scarf I'm doing. I'm glad you do, Angela. Do you use DK weight for the squares? No, Liz, I'm using Aran weight, which is a number 4 or a 10 ply here in Melbourne. It's a number 4 overseas. My tin is full and won't close, so I'll need to find a larger box for your swatches. Mine is still closing at the moment. Mine's a big box, but I have a funny feeling it's not going to make it. I think I may have to get a bigger box as well. We'll see. My dad used to say, call me anything but late for dinner. The squares are great, and I have wanted to make a midwife blanket. Oh, what have I missed? Oh, I lost it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. A midlife blanket for ages. Midwife? Did I say midlife? Midwife? Can't take me anywhere. I'm rushing. I'm so seriously rushing. I know. And same, Jenny. I've been wanting to make mine for a very long time. And I mean a very long time. We are talking years. Years. And I've been seeing it and I've been hearing people say, are you ever going to do one? And that's the voice they'll use. Are you ever going to do one? And I'll even tilt the head to the side. I'm so naughty. I'm staying in the naughty corner today, I tell you. And I always say, yes, one day. Today's the day. No, not today. Friday's the day. Friday. You'll be getting part 1 of that blanket on YouTube here at Wow Crochet Designs on Friday. So that's just part 1 though. It's not like you won't get the whole blanket. It's part 1, and then I'll say, right, head off on your own and do a gazillion rows or however many rows we have to do. I haven't really calculated that yet, so I better get my act into gear. Oh, and then we can come back in a few weeks' time and do a border. Beautiful little border. All right. So that's that. I'm so excited. I told you we're very busy. I'm very, very busy. There's no sleeping for me. Sleeping and eating and living is just too far out of the question right now. None of that's going to happen. No breathing, nothing. All right. So, okay, here we go. I told you there was a lot to talk about. Okay. Oh, yes. On Monday, I would like to show, I mentioned in one of the tutorials, oh, it was this one here, and how we joined the top of the neck for the Kiki scarf. I mentioned that there is a way of sewing your pieces together that you can't see the seam at all. We are going to do that seam. I'm going to get 2 granny squares. I might get 4. In fact, I think I'll get 4 just for fun. 4 granny squares. I'll make them small, you know. And we are going to sew those granny squares. Well, I'm going to sew them together and show you how that join is like simply divine. It's not technical. It's just that if you make a little mistake, that actually can be noticed. So it's a kind of a join that you really want to be careful with. So take your time with. So when we do the tutorial, definitely I want to put that up on Monday. I wanted to put it up this week, but because we really wanted to start the Harry Styles top and the midwife blanket this week, I thought I'll just hold it over till Monday. All right. And so the part 1 of the Harry Styles top will be coming tomorrow or Friday morning. Part 2 will be next week. What? Yeah. It won't take long to do part 2. Now, part 2 will be the little love heart that you see that we're going to pop right there. The whole top will be green. Right in the middle here, up his left side, will be his little love heart. And then as we go up the top, we'll have the sleeves sorted out. So part 2 will be the love heart, not sleeves, shoulder seams. Part 2 will be the love heart and the shoulder seams. Then I'll send you off on your own. You do the second side and then meet me back and we will join them. And we might do a little tiny border in the front, and I haven't decided yet, and a little tiny border around the sleeves. I haven't decided yet, but I'm working on that. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Okay, I'm in Tasmania, so what time on Friday, please? I'll stop and just listen now. No, we love when people talk to us. Jenny, you keep talking. We love to hear the chat. This is what the chat is for. Jenny, when you say Friday, what time will the blanket be uploaded? Okay, I don't know. The reason I say that is because it takes me a while to record it. I haven't recorded it yet. I'm going to half record it tomorrow and half record it on Friday so that because it's such long rows, and I might send you off and say, do this row and do that row. I might be doing half. It does help me do it that way. It's better for me. But I think that Call the Midwife blanket will go up later in the evening. You're looking at about 10:30 or 11 in the evening, Melbourne, Australia time. You're from Tasmania. I'm assuming Tasmania is the same as Melbourne, our times. Jenny, is that like right now, Jenny, it's 27, what is it, 4:37. I'm assuming we have the same time, Tassie and Melbourne. I'm pretty sure we do. Actually, we're like, if there was a bridge, we could just walk over and have a chat to each other. You like that? If there was a little bridge, we could just, hello, here I am. I'm being silly now. I think I'll be staying in the corner for like a month. But I'm pretty sure we have the same time. So bear with me, but definitely Friday night, it'll be uploaded if there's no errors and no issues with recording. If there's an error or an issue, it'll come up Saturday morning very early, which is what I usually do. But don't quote me on it. But you've got plenty of time. Once you see that video, you can start and you've got plenty of time to work on it before we do a border. Sorry, I was thinking it was a live, same time, and yes, very long bridge. You like that, Jenny? We'll just get a little bridge and walk across. Very long bridge. Not that we can walk anywhere either these days. I think the milk bar is as far as I can go. 7:30 in the morning there, is it, Angela? Oh, that's good. That's okay. 7:30 is good. I'm up pretty early usually. All right. So get ready for that Call the Midwife blanket, which is coming on Friday. Very excited. Okay, so Monday we are doing the sewing the squares together, just 4 squares. It's not a blanket or anything. It's not a top, not anything. It's just to show you this particular seamless join if you're interested, without using the crochet hook, just the sewing. Okay, so it's a very nice seamless join. Tuesday, as you know, is my business day. That's going to stay that way. Live on Wednesday. Harry Styles Top Part 2 will definitely be next Thursday week. So tomorrow Part 1 goes up. Next Thursday, Part 2 will be up. Very excited about that. And I haven't decided what swatch yet, but swatch number 17 will be next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday. Which means Saturday morning, we get to do the yarn dance. Jenny, if you are joining us new, the yarn dance is those swatches that you see, the little squares that we're making that are 20 centimeter by 20 centimeter, I had to think about that, or 8 inches by 8 inches. What you guys do is that you guys choose the yarn for me. On the Saturday, I get up and I stand over there and you guys say, no, pick the red, no, pick the pink, no. And you have me working up a sweat usually. And I choose the colors that you guys want in that swatch blanket. It's all about the subscribers here when it comes to the swatch blanket. You decide the colors. I usually decide the patterns. Sometimes the patterns get decided for me. Now, I wasn't going to do this one here. Someone mentioned it last week. I think it might have been Marty. I can't remember. Someone mentioned it last week. And I said, you know what? We should do a basket weave swatch. And we did. So sometimes the subscribers get that choice. And sometimes I choose the item, but I don't choose the color anymore. I was choosing the colors at first. But then I said, no, let's do what we call a little yarn dance where Mary gets to dance and you get to choose the yarn. I don't really dance. Jenny, I don't really dance. Just a heads up there. The dance just means, by the time I pick one colour or pick another, and you've got me pulling colours all over the place and things fall down, and it's a big mess by the time I'm finished. I have to keep cleaning it up. Every Saturday morning after our live, I'm forever cleaning that up because by the time you guys choose colours, I've made a mess. In fact, look at that colour right there. It's still sitting in a mess. It's not even in the bag. What? Okay, all right, that's that. Where's the book? Oh, we're nearly done. And then we can relax. Oh, I can't get the pencil again. All right, so that's, oh, wait a minute, we are done. That's good. Well, we've talked about what I want to talk about. Now, I don't know whether I don't think it is. I was hoping that the Pretty as a Peacock pattern was still in here. Let me see if it is. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. It's not. I'm so sorry. I didn't bring it in because I wasn't going to show you until Saturday when I introduce something. What? I'm so naughty. So naughty. We've got some exciting news happening here on the channel. Something different here for Wow Crochet. Now, it's nothing that benefits me, so that's sad. More likely benefits you. And it's something that might sit here, maybe. I haven't decided. Let me stew over it a little bit. Because I haven't really decided where I'm going to put it. Is it an it? Zip, 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 zip. I haven't got it yet, but I've thought about it and I said, it's exactly what I want to do, right up my alley. Alley? Alley Street. Oh, corner. It's exactly what I want to do, and I wanted to make it, as you all know, I usually put the subscribers, it's hard for me to explain it without telling you what's happening. I actually involve the subscribers in most of my lives, involve them in choosing the colors for the swatches. I keep saying them, you. Involve you in choosing the colors for the swatches. Involve you in sometimes creating patterns that I wouldn't normally create. They are fingerless gloves up there, by the way. And they were actually, someone told me a few years ago that would like to see some fingerless gloves on the channel. It took me about a year to think about it. I stewed over it and I made one on the channel here. It was a granny square fingerless gloves. And so I thought, why not do something else that involves our subscribers on the lives. It involves you through the lives. So you're going to have a choice of doing some amazing stuff throughout the lives. Oh my gosh. Some amazing things are going to happen. Some fun things, some wonderful things. But it can't happen until I receive my little pack. The item must come to me first before I start. Well, I can't because I can't use it. Oh, I'm so giving away too much. So giving away too much. Oh, no singing, Mary. They don't want to hear you sing. You don't want to hear me sing. I'm great at doing a yarn dance, but don't ask me to sing. All right, so that is coming on Saturday. It's very exciting news. Something big, something new for the channel, something new for you guys, something new for all of us as a group. As well, let's just say, for argument's sake, take the Harry Styles top. Okay, this happened probably December of last year or January, and we were having a bit of a chat and a bit of giggle, and then I mentioned on the live, which I shouldn't have because I put my foot in it yet, and I mentioned on the live that Harry Styles wears a lot of crochet in his music videos, yeah, and he also wears a lot of crochet when he does interviews and things like that. So he's always wearing crochet. You probably would have seen that big, beautiful, bright cardigan he wears with all the big patches. You would have seen that. You would have definitely seen that. And we were talking about it, and I don't know what happened. I put my foot in it between me and Katie Harm, one of our subscribers here. We came up with this plan, and this was just in a live. Shall we make something for Harry Styles that he doesn't know he's getting? We were supposed to make it for me. I was supposed to make it for Valentine's Day this year. That passed 7 months ago, 8, whatever it is, 6. I don't know. I failed maths. Not really. But I'm not that good. And we were supposed to make it then, and we didn't. And yours truly just kept brushing it aside. And the reason is it wasn't really part of our list of things to make. Now I've done a video at the beginning of the year called the start of the year list of items that we're going to create throughout the year, and that top wasn't on it. So I kept putting it aside so that we can do the projects that we actually wanted to make. Then everything got out of control when I got unwell. Became unwell for about 5 weeks anyway. So I thought, you know what, let's bring the top back. And funnily enough, I mentioned in first Thursday of the month of last week that I didn't put enough stuff in August. Didn't put enough projects in August for us to make. So we're catching up on everything in August and then adding our 2 swatches. It's exactly what we're doing. Plus we're doing the midwife. Call the midwife blanket just for fun. And I've missed the chat again. Teresa, big sister, is in the house. Auntie T is in the house. Literally. Well, not literally. Your house maybe, but not mine. Well, literally, yes, literally. Oh, right over my head. So yes, Auntie T, if you don't know who Teresa is or Auntie T is, that she is my older sister, the older sister. And sometimes she knocks me over the back of the head and puts me in place. Well, no, not really. She's a good girl. And so she's here. You just got home from work. Don't watch the news, whatever you do, Teresa. Don't even look at the news. I don't want to hear what happened. I don't want to know. I do know because everybody's talking about it. Another week inside. What? All right. So that's what's happening over the next week. And as I was saying, that you guys have the opportunity to be part. You do. I know. To be a part of. To be a part of our channel. And so accidents like the HS top, Harry Styles top. We call it HST. How's that sound? The HST top, or the HS top. And you had that opportunity to plant an idea in my head, and it stews and stews and stews until I decide, okay, fine, I'll make one. And sometimes, like the Frank Kiki, this scarf right here, we weren't going to do a Frank Kiki scarf. It came from the idea of Kiki and Franca whinging about which colour was better, the pink or the purples. And I said, forget it. Let's put them all together and find out what we get. And let's use their names, part Franca, part Kiki, and we called it a Frank Kiki. So really, some of the ideas Not all of them, because I've already organised my whole year in advance. Don't ask me how I did that. I already organised my whole year in advance. And then you guys come up with these ideas and I just, I don't know what happens to my brain. I would say, let's do one of those. And then I realise, I put my foot in it. And it happens all the time. And I don't know. Stay safe as always. Yes, I know. More crocheting, Mary. More crocheting, says Angela. More crocheting. Look, we have a lot that's happening over the next 2 weeks, Angela. I don't know how this person is going to keep up. Let's not tell her how busy she's going to be. Speaking about her in the third person. And so that's happening over the next few weeks. And on look, I know that pack that I've ordered may not come for probably until end of August. So what I want to talk to you about may not suffice, or may not come to plan until September. I'd like to get it here earlier, but you know what? Because of the situation, the way the world's in, it gets here when it gets here. What? It just gets here when it gets here, okay? But it's going to be fun. It's going to be different, and it's going to involve Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Sorry, guys. It's going to involve. It's going to involve the subscribers who are on our lives at the time. So if you come to our lives and you are able to join in, you actually need to join in the conversation for this to go ahead. I'm giving far too much away, aren't I? I'm just so naughty. And you'll see what happens. I'm not saying anymore. The rest of it will come on Saturday. Saturday is the big live. That's the day that we usually talk about all the big things that happen on the channel, other than the basic things. Sometimes we just talk about the basic things, like what projects are coming and when are we going to finish this and why haven't we started that and what's wrong with Mary, she's gone crazy, which is 24/7 crazy. But Saturday will be a big live, so all be here Saturday or else. And we're just talking about it on Saturday. It's not happening, but we are talking about it. It is going to be a change to our channel, something different. It will always be crochet. Don't ever think that I will add anything else. It will always be crochet. Of course it will. I'm only a crazy crochet lady, nothing else. Hence the word only. And so it's all happening Saturday. So if you don't know what's happening on Saturday and you miss it, watch the replay, because you will want to be there on Saturdays and Wednesdays. I'm giving so much away. But it will, whatever this is going to happen on our lives. And at this stage, only our lives. Bother, I like to lurk. Look, Karen, it's okay. You can lurk. And I'll explain that to you on Saturday. All right, but I'm not going to say any more. I just wanted you to know that there is something exciting coming, and it's different and it's new, and it will help me to be able to know who I'm talking to. It'll also help you to know. Oh, look, I'm not going to say anything else, and it'll help you in more ways than one. Zip. Saturday. Stop talking. I put enough zips on the mouth. Well, I can't talk anymore now. All right, so that's what's happening Saturday. You must be here, and even if you're not, watch the replay and then you'll work out what's going on. Okay, so look, tell you what, guys, this pretty as a peacock blanket that's coming. I tell you what, it was well worth the wait for this purple. I don't know if this lighting does it justice. Oh, look at that. It is so, look at that purple to that purple. I know that's a bit more of a pastel, but look at that. Wasn't it worth the wait? Oh, what? All right, so Cascade yarns, and this one is an 8-ply. So itchy. What's made me itchy? The acrylic, this one. Because I was playing with some yarn today, and that made me so itchy, this yarn today. Okay. Did you get that from Little Woolly Shop? I did. And you know what, Raylene? It did not take long to get here. I'm quite surprised. The yarn is so beautiful. Who is that? Hello, Jan. Hello. Did I not say hello to you before, or did you just roll up now? Hello, welcome, Jan. Do I need to get a haircut before Saturday or wear a paper bag over my head? Oh, Jenny. Oh, okay. Jenny, you don't know this, but we have a naughty corner here. And anyone who is cheeky or naughty or comes up with a fantastic one-liner like that, you're going to want to need that one-liner. Okay, I'm just going to say a little bit more for what I'm talking about. You're going to need to have one-liners like that. I'm not going to say too much more. Jenny, get in the corner. But I love the paper bag thing. I love it. Funny as, Jenny, you are in the right place. We have a lot of fun here on the channel. Sometimes we're naughty and sometimes we're very naughty. And when we're very, very naughty, we all end up in that corner. Oh no, not the naughty corner. But it's, in our case, it's a good place to be, Jenny. It's like it's an honor to get in the naughty corner. It is in this house, this zone, this area. It's specifically made for us. Good evening. I don't know what your name is. Will or something. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Can't work out your name. I'm sorry. Let's just say I will. How's that? I'll. Let's have a look at that name. I'll. Oh, help me out here. Good evening or good morning in our case. Because no, let's try good afternoon in our case because it's afternoon here in Melbourne, Australia. So Cascade, this is upside down, isn't it? Let's try that. Cascade yarns. It is an 8-ply DK weight or a number 3 if you're overseas weight in cotton. I mean, simply divine. Check it out. Oh my gosh, it's to die for. Hello, Kenneth. Hello, welcome, welcome. It's good to have you here. And there you go. How gorgeous is that? I just want to marry it. Oh, you like that? I've got to have it. Can't wait to see it in, you know what, straight after this live, I'm going to start playing. How much do we have to get? Okay, how much do we need? I was about to get to that too, Raylene. All right, I'm going to try and keep the blanket within 700 to 800 grams. I'm lying. Let's try that again. Between 600 and 800 grams. Now, I can't tell you exactly until I start playing with the pattern, Raylene. However, what I did buy was 2 of the purple. I wish I had it with me. Can I talk about that on Saturday? Because I haven't really decided what we're doing yet, if that's all right, Raylene. But I did do 2 purple, 2 of the dark blue, 2 of that, whatever it's called, jadey blue, 1 yellow, and 2 greens. But you may not need all that, okay? So just bear with me and let me play with a few things and I'll let you know on Saturday if that's all right, Raylene. Now, with this kind of a blanket, I may not even know until after most of it is done. And the reason is because I'll be playing with different stitches. Some of them will be single crochet, some of them will be half double, some will be double, some will have chain spaces like that, some will be solid. So I won't be able to tell you exactly the exact amount, but I'll give you like a rough amount. You don't need to have all of what I've just said. We will end up with like 20 or 30 grams extra in the 2 skeins because this is 100 grams each, right? So we're going to end up with extra, which is fine, because what I might do at the end is with the extra, we might create something else with it just for fun. But in the meantime, this is what we're going to work with. I cannot wait to get that blanket started. I just cannot. I'm shaking thinking about it. What? Shaking thinking about it. All right, so that is coming soon. That won't be here for a while yet, Raylene, so don't get too excited. We are going to do that call the midwife blanket first. This one is going to be done before we even start the other one. Now, do you want to mention something to you about this yarn, Raylene? I don't know if you bought the same. I can't remember. I think you said you did. And to anyone who did purchase this yarn, which I didn't bring the label in with me, but this yarn here, on the bottom row that I did right there, that's the very first row I did. Oh, it's bad lighting there. Let's try this way. They're both bad lighting. Let's try up, down. Oh, let's put it on my head. So that very first row, the second row, I had that dark green, but then halfway through it, it went from green to white, that second row, and I just didn't like it. I know it's going to happen throughout the rest of the blanket, and I appreciate that. But for the bottom row and the top row, I want one solid color. Now, you don't have to do that. And I talk about that, I haven't yet, but I will talk about it in the tutorial, and you can actually see where I cut it. So I cut the green and I attached the other color. It's not exactly white, it's like a bluey, a light blue. But in the middle of a dark row, it kind of did look a bit odd. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle of a dark row further into the blanket, but that very first row didn't really make sense to me. So I cut it and I played with it. But you don't have to. You can just keep going and going and going and going, which from now on I will go and go. I probably won't. I'll probably cut. I just can't be trusted, can I? I'm so naughty. I really am very naughty. I'm going to stay in the naughty corner today. But I did cut it, and I will let you know if you want to cut in the tutorial. I'll let you know that you're welcome to cut as well. If you don't want to cut and you just want to keep going and going and going and going and going until you reach the end of that skein, and then you want to add another skein in, that's fine. That's fine. But yours truly did cut that first thread. I would probably cut as well. Look, Teresa, if I was in the middle of the blanket and you can actually know that the color is going to change into the dark, that's different. But because it was the first two rows, I kind of thought it doesn't suit me. It just doesn't. I don't know. Maybe I'll end up cutting all the time. I reckon I will. From now on, I can just see me doing that. If it sits right in the middle of the row, I will cut. I did do it. If you haven't seen one of our videos here for the double crochet V-stitch blanket, it is made using Karen Cake's yarn. I cut in that one as well. It happens. You're just like Crystal. You mean Bod? Crystal Bago Day, my beautiful hero. Yes, I'm just like my beautiful hero. She's my crochet hero. Everyone knows that. If you have not seen Crystal from Bago Day, she crochets on her channel. She does lots of stuff, and she does some amazing giveaways. She's like the giveaway queen. If you have not seen her, check her out. It's Bago Day is her handle, and her name is Crystal, and I just love her. Like, her personality is just her personality. And I've watched some of her videos that she made from years ago to her videos right now. She has not changed. That is her character then, there in the middle, and still a character now. Nothing has changed. Goes to show you that what you see is what you get with Crystal from Bago Day. I keep telling people that, and I'll always tell them. But don't go now. Stay with me for a while. After the live, you can go. I'm not telling you what to do. So Crystal, she's actually fantastic. But some people are like that. Who was that? Karen. Yes, I'm like that. There's no way I like let's just say for argument's sake that pink was halfway in the middle of that purple row. One row there, right in the middle. Wouldn't it look funny? I think it would. I know a lot of people, they push it through and they don't mind, but I just think it'll look funny. I really, maybe that's me being pedantic. Yes, Jenny, yes, Crystal is great. She's amazing, isn't she? I'm glad you know Crystal. If you didn't know this, Jenny, I did a top 10 favourite crochet channels here on YouTube, and my top number one was Crystal from Bago Day, as everyone knows. Oh, I'm so happy when I talk about her. So there you go. We have a very busy week, guys. I should not be here. I should be working. I'll leave you here and I'll go, no. I really should be working. Genuinely characteristic. Yes, she's just fantastic. It's just what you see is what you get. There's never a change in her. That is her personality. She occasionally has her husband on her show with her. I call hers a show because she puts on a show. She does a lot of reviews on yarn. She doesn't do personal review. Like if you have your own personal yarn that you hand dyed, she doesn't do that. She does a review on big yarn, like, big companies' yarns. Get that job. I'll get my booster coming soon. Oh, I'm booked in. Oh, not looking forward to it. Booked in. There you go. So guys, what is happening over the next few weeks for the channel? Big changes. Nothing towards the tutorials. You will always get tutorials. We're going to add something different. It's going to be something new. It's going to be something exciting. Will benefit you in the long run. Won't benefit me. It'll be like, oh, here she goes again. But it will benefit you guys. You are going to really enjoy it. And I know that a lot of people have said, you don't do this and you don't do that, and I don't do them, and I'm going to start doing one thing that they said I don't do. So if you've ever said I don't do something, Think about it. Maybe something that you said. The other thing is, over the next few months, as you know, we are, where's my book? Oh, I put it down. How silly am I? We are creating the 2 blankets. We are doing the Pretty as a Peacock blanket, and we are doing, obviously, the Call the Midwife. Now, the Pretty as a Peacock blanket is going to be something that's my own design. So that's why I'm popping the pattern eventually up on my website as a paid pattern before it even comes out on the channel. The only thing with the Call the Midwife, that's not my own design. So that pattern there will be up on the website in a couple of weeks' time as a freebie to you guys as well. So you can have the written pattern and you can see the video and watch the video as well. When we do the border for the pattern, the border will be my own border. So that will probably be a paid pattern. But we'll be doing the border on the channel together. Okay, the blanket itself, not my blanket, so that's going up for free on our website, just for fun, along with this pattern right here. This will be up for free on the website for free, and along with, I think there's a newborn beanie there at the moment. Could be wrong. No, there is. There's a newborn beanie as a freebie. If you don't have the website details, that's www.wowcrochetdesigns.com, and you will see as a freebie this one, a newborn beanie, and then the Call the Midwife blanket is coming. So they're all coming, guys. They're all coming. The freebies are coming. Plus, we're going to be doing our paid patterns as well. They will be there very, very soon. Look at this. I'm having trouble working it out, but I will work it out. I've got the patterns done. They're just sitting in limbo land. Just trying to work out how to do it. Just bear with me. My daughter did say, oh, don't worry, Mum, I can sort it out with you, but we haven't been able to see her, so hopefully one more week we might be able to. 7 more days. Indoors for another 7 days. That's life, and that's just too bad. We have to stay safe, don't we? Now, that's it, guys. I think that's all. Look how long it took me. 1 hour just to talk about our projects for the week. What? I usually get it done in 20 minutes, don't I, guys? I usually get it done. All right, so a quick rundown. Harry Styles top tomorrow night. Call the Midwife blanket Friday night. Saturday morning we have our live. Big news coming. And Monday we're doing the joining 4 squares together using a seamless or invisible sewing technique. Okay, there are so many techniques out there. You've seen the join as you go that we've done here on our channel for our granny square blanket. And if you haven't, I will leave a link to part 3 of that join as you go in a description box down below of this video after the live. And you can click on that and check that join as you go, because that's done with a crochet hook. Fantastic. I just can't, I can't fathom that. When I first saw that, I thought, oh, I want that. I want that. I want it. I want it. And I did my granny square jumper with that join as you go too, but I find that really heavy. And what I should use next time is the join that I'm going to show you on Monday. I'm going to join 4 granny squares together using that technique, a sewing technique, an invisible or seamless technique, if you will. And you can decide when we are doing our, I do have one more thing to talk about, the skirt. When we are doing our skirt, which join that you want to use, okay? You can decide that for yourself. And I'll say to you, right, everyone, these are the 4 joins or the 3 joins. Pick one, join them, and meet me back here. And then we'll do borders and closing up and making nice and neat and pretty, okay? I did forget to talk about the skirt. Didn't I not write it down? I did write it down and I've ticked it. What a duffer I am. I've ticked it. I didn't talk about the skirt. Now, guys, the skirt. And the reason I'm thinking, why didn't I talk about it? Oh, where's my tub? Oh, here it is. I didn't even get the tub ready. So naughty. So naughty. So naughty. Okay. Now, if you are joining us new, like people like Jenny and everyone else, if you're joining us new and you don't know what the skirt is, we have decided to do a granny square skirt here on the channel as a YouTube tutorial, just for you. Now, before we continue, I need a drink. Cheers, everyone. All right. I've missed the chat. Okay, keep talking, says Karen. Keep talking. Well, I have to now because I forgot about the skirt. So I'm going to show you something. Quite a few years ago, I think I showed you these before. Pretty sure I have. These are not the squares we're using, by the way. But I just wanted to show you that I actually I had started to explain what a duffer is for non-Aussies. Oh, Karen, you might be right. If non-Aussies don't know what a duffer is, it's just someone who's, I don't know, half confused. Oh, forgets things. I don't know. I can't explain that, Karen. Help me out. Oh, someone who's a bit of a, confused. A doofus. There's a good one. A duffer, doofus, same thing. Yeah, maybe. So I don't know whether I show. These aren't the squares we're doing, by the way, because these will be far too big for our skirt, and you can't do them without doing them this big. I might show you one that's pretty. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There we go. There's two-tone skirts. Scatterbrained, yes, that's a good one. Two-toned squares. We're not doing these ones. I just wanted to show you. I was making these, I don't even know when. 7, 8 years ago. No, maybe not even. 5. I can't remember. I couldn't even tell you. And I made these big squares. And then I thought the join I'm showing you on Monday. In fact, I probably could use these for the join. Actually, that's a good idea. Instead of making squares, I might use these and you guys can have a look. Jan says, Duffer is a silly Billy. Oh, I'm a silly Billy. Hey, who's Billy? You're probably right. You're right. Duffer is a silly Billy, is it? So I might use these to do the join. So you can have a look. I don't know if they're too dark for the join. No, it might be all right. We'll use the white or the cream to join it so I can show you the difference. Those squares, beautiful. Yes, they are. They're different. They're very different, Kenneth. They're two-toned. And when you put them together, let me show you. You're going to love this. You get, it's called, I think it was called, I don't remember the name of the blanket. I saw it. When you put them together, like so, you get like a little 3D effect. A 3D effect. You can't see it there. In fact, maybe when I do that join on Monday, I will leave them joined, even though I'm not going to use them like that. I will leave them joined and show you on our live, one of our lives. And you can have a look, see at what that looks like. And you get like a zigzag effect, two tones, 3D. It gives you a 3D effect. It gives you kind of it's like a visual 3D, you don't touch it and feel the thickness of the 3D, just a visual one. Kaleidoscopy, if you will, kind of kaleidoscopy. Can I use that word, kaleidoscopy? Kind of. But what I'll do, I will show you that once I put 4 squares together. I didn't realize that we were going to run into that, so that's good. I might actually do these 4 squares to show you on the channel. You can have a look-see at what I mean by like a little 3D effect. You've done it on your first Christmas table runner. That's correct. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Angela. Lovely Angela. She pointed that out. We used the same effect. Thank you, Angela, on our Christmas table runner. Now, if you haven't done our Christmas table runner, I'll leave a link to that in the description box down below. And with Christmas coming very soon, you might want one. And we did that 2 years ago, I think, Angela, didn't we? Angela loved that one, didn't you? Angela's one of our regulars who has been here since almost day one. Like your candy cane runner. That's it. That's the one, Karen. You call it a candy cane and we call it the Christmas one. Yes. So Angela, she loved that one. That was one of her favorites. She loved doing it and it comes out gorgeously. It literally looks like a candy cane, which is why I did it, because it reminded me of a candy cane and it was great for a table, So it worked twice. Your table for Christmas. We also did placemats. I can't remember what else we did then. Coaster. Did we do a coaster? I think we did. We did a coaster. We did a few things that time. And we used this look. And this look is just fantastic. So when we do that join on Monday, I'm going to use these squares, I've decided. Now, that's not the reason why I opened the tub. I opened the tub to show you that this yarn is the Bendigo Wool & Mills cotton. Now, this cotton here, this is not, it's their regular cotton, but this was a special pack that they were giving away separately as 100-gram skeins, because a lot of their skeins are 200 grams, were in those days 200 grams. But these ones here were a special pack. You buy the whole pack and you got a special deal, and it was the 100-gram skeins instead of the 200 grams. And so I bought this pack And I haven't used that colour, and I've used about, I think, one thread, like a little thread of that colour. So I decided, these are cotton, 8 ply, which is DK weight on number 3. These are the colours we're going to use for our skirt. What? But I haven't actually decided, and we could talk about this on Saturday as well. You can tell me now if you like. What kind of skirt are we wanting? Do we want to do like an A-line skirt? Do we want to do a knee-length skirt? Do we want to do it down to our calves? Where do we want, or do we want to do it down to our ankles? What do we want? What kind of skirt do we want? It still has to be granny square, yeah? But what style, what kind do we want? Now, if you guys don't give me any ideas, I will make it the way I want to. Mary, where did you get that last belly yarn? Valley? This one here? This yarn here? All this? This was from Bendigo Woolen Mills Cotton 8 ply here in Victoria, Australia. Is that the one you're talking about? I think, is it Liz? Was it Liz who asked me that? Liz? A Valley 70s mini skirt. Oh, Teresa, can you see me in a 70s mini skirt? Well, I don't think so, somehow. We could do it for the mannequins. We could. Yeah, we could do that. Short one for me, please, says Angela. Okay. Not for you, for me. Oh! Teresa wants to wear a 70s miniskirt, guys. What? Flower power too. I could model it. Oh! Not if I'm going to make it the short as I want it. Angela says, hope you have the legs for it, Auntie T. Actually, Teresa wears skirts all the time. She always wears skirts. Occasionally I've seen her in pants, trousers, but usually she always wears skirts. And you know what? Here's a little, you may not know this, I never wear skirts or dresses. But it's true. Oh, look, I do. I wear them when I have to go to weddings. Evening wear maybe. And even occasionally I wear like pantsuits. Not because I don't like wearing dresses. It's because my legs are not that pretty these days. I'm old. Oh, did I say that out loud? We got lovely little lines everywhere, and it's not the most attractive thing in the world. Hey, I'm happy to wear, to show it off. I don't mind. But I won't be wearing a mini. It won't be mini, that's for sure. But we do need to decide, we could do a mini. We do need to decide what kind of skirt that we're going to make. Hello. Hello, Seamus. Who is Seamus? Seamus is family. Family is in the house. I'm older than you and I still wear skirts and dresses. Look, it's not that I don't wear them. I have to say, I must admit, I stopped wearing them when I worked in a school. I used to work in a school a long time ago, and in a school, it's very difficult to wear skirts when you're sitting opposite children and they're on the floor. So I started wearing trousers for that reason, and I never stopped since. So that's a very interesting thing. But you know what? I'm happy to try the skirt. So let's see. Do we want an A-line? Do we want a short skirt? Do we want... So far, Angela's the only one who's given me the answer. So at this stage, it's going to be short. I love skirts. I have no confidence in them because of my hip. I have asked Mum that what she did to put an extra piece in there. Yes, you could. You could actually add a few extra clusters around a hip that, look, I have a few hip issues as well. Liz says short. Okay, so far we've got short skirts. So this is like above the knees. Is that correct, girls? Is that what you want? Above the knee skirt? I need to know before I start. Above the knee skirt. I can't create this unless I know. Yes, you wear kilts. That does count. Yes, you do. Liz says, yes, just above the knees. Look, if we're all happy with above the knees, I'm happy to do above the knees. I'm actually lopsided, yes, above the knee. Okay, look, you know what? At this stage, unless anyone else comes on after the live and says anything, at this stage, we're doing above the knee. I'm out of this one. No, you could be in it, you know. You could wear a kilt. It will look nice with cardigan and scarf. It really will, Angela. It will look great. I can't wait to do it. Cannot wait. At this stage, it's going to be basic granny. If you want to see a different type of square, let me know. But at this stage, we're just going to do, I haven't got one here to show you, but I've got a little tiny piece right here. Hello. Here we go. Here we go. That's it. Maybe one day Mary could crochet a kilt for Kenneth. I don't know where Kenneth lives. That would not be good either. Oh, really? Oh, you don't like either of them, Kenneth? Okay. Oh, doesn't matter, Kenneth. It's all good. Wear trousers. Okay. So you can wear trousers. You can wear long skirts if you don't like your legs to show. Or you can just cover them up like I do all the time. What? So I'm thinking if it's going to be above the knee skirt, I may have to like go into some, tanning place and cover the legs or wear tights. I need those legs covered. You don't want to see them. I'm out of the one. You are great and we'll figure this out with Mary. Oh, when you've got them, flaunt them. Oh, you don't want to see mine. Do you have the lines, the skirt? Do you have to line the skirt? I'm late again. Sorry, guys. Yes, you are a little bit late. Are we going to line the skirt? Well, it is a granny square skirt. Now, I won't make the granny squares with the gaps. I'll make them as tight as I possibly can. However, that may not cover everything. I'm assuming it may not cover everything. If you wanted to, you could pop something underneath it. Let me see what it looks like after it's done. And if I can't wear it without seeing anything, then we may have to line it. We'll see. You could line the skirt as long as there are no gaps. Look, I'm not sure yet because I've never made one with crochet. So we have done the squares where we haven't put the gaps in, the granny squares. We've done that before, but I can honestly say I think, I kind of know that you may still see something. I'd hope you don't see anything, especially with me. You don't want to see that. Not pretty these days. There's too many layers in mine. The skirt that I'll be wearing will have a lot of layers, so I need to cover up as much as I can. I'm so naughty. I'm staying in the naughty corner with Jenny today. Jenny, I'm joining you in the naughty corner. And could wear shorts underneath the skirt. Look, I was hoping to just wear like a legging, kind of a legging thing under them, like even a 3/4 legging or a long legging, whatever. Tunisian stitch would be the best stitch to use to make a skirt with no gaps. Look, I could give you a skirt with no gaps. That's not an issue, but we did want to do a granny square skirt. We wanted to try something with granny squares. So I assume let's just stick to the granny squares. And if it does need lining, and because we're not doing the chains in between, except for the chain 2s in the corner, as you do, or maybe we'll do a chain 1 in the corner. Let me play with the pattern a little bit. That we will actually, we may get away without it. We'll see. We'll see. Single crochet, then I'm not doing single crochet in a granny square. No, that's going to take so long. You're welcome to join me, but bring me a cup of tea. Jenny, let's have a cup of tea together and crochet all afternoon. I'm not going to say no to that. Something different, thinking out of the box. Look, I know. Let me play with the pattern. Let me do my skirt and let me put it on. And then what I do, this is what I do when I'm doing granny squares for the channel. I literally do all the squares I needed, all the squares I need, and then I leave the last square as a square to show you guys. So you guys see the square and you know what you're making. And then I say, head off on your own and give me 10,000 squares, yeah? Depends on how big you are, yeah? If you're anything like me, maybe 20,000. Oh, I'm so naughty. I'm not leaving this corner. And you head off on your own. You do your squares. Then you meet me back and we join them. But what I'll do, because you'll be out on your own doing your 2 million squares, notice how the squares are getting bigger now. I will actually put them together, wear it without showing you, because just in case. You don't want to see it, trust me. If I notice too much, then I will have to speak to you about lining it. There is something we can do that instead of lining the whole skirt, you can kind of put something in front or underneath, like a pocket, if you will. I'm trying to think of something we can do. We could do that, or just let me play with it first. How's that? I'll play with it. I won't leave you out in the dark. I won't say, right, make your skirt and wear it out, and I don't care whether anyone can see. I won't leave you in the dark like that. I will literally test it and make sure we're doing the right thing. Can you do a double up? Oh, you mean like a double granny square? Oh, that would be really thick and heavy, wouldn't it? It really will. It will. I think it will. I'm pretty sure it will. We'll see. Let me play with it will definitely still be granny. Wonder if we could do something. Let me think about it. Pockets maybe. Let me stew over it. It depends on how thick the yarn is. I don't think this is an 8-ply cotton, because I don't want to use a 4-ply. I want to use a 4-ply, but a lot of people don't like using 4-ply. I want to use a 4-ply, but I'm happy to use. Check this out. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's to die for. What? And I want to make it in cotton so that I can wear it, because as you know, if it's wool and I break out in a rash, I don't ever wear it. So I want to use the cotton. As overseas call it, fanny bag. Oh, that's funny. You know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea. I reckon it would look nice. Let me think about it. Let me play. I love to play. You know that. I love playing with squares. And I love playing with colour. As you all know, I will play with colour. And if it doesn't look fantastic, I don't care. I'll still play it. Oh, who we get to please? The skirt's for me, so I don't care about colour. You get to choose your own colours. You are welcome to use the colours that I use, but you get to choose your own colours, which is great. Stop playing and do your homework. Well, it gets done, Teresa. Everything I say gets done. Doesn't always get done today, but it does get done. And we are, get this, guys, oh, hello, I'm just leaving. Don't mind me. We are almost this close to being up to date for August. What? Once we do that Call the Midwife blanket, and once we do the Harry Styles top, we will be up to date for August. Because August, as I mentioned in our first Thursday of the month, I forgot to put things in. Let me read you August. I did this the other day. All right. See, that's what a whole lot of scribble. You didn't see that, did you? So I wrote on this page and the other page at the back, always the last page at the back, I wrote what we were going to do for the year. Then I did the recording of that tutorial, and that was in, I think, the second week of January. I think it was the first Thursday of the month this year. No, it was the first, I can't remember. It was the first week in January, the second week in January. And all of the months I had full to the brim where we couldn't even breathe, yeah? Except, don't ask me why, maybe because it's from one page to the other. I started in August and I put 3 items in August, which was the top or poncho, which is one item, swatch 15 and 16. And then I put a bag, and we'd already done the hexagon bag, so I crossed that off, right? And then I turned the page, and I forgot to put more, and then just started on September. So I don't even know what I did. I'm going to have to check out that video and see what I said on the video. I'm assuming I said the same thing. Maybe I said July's month's going to be busy and we might need part of August to catch up. Because I'm looking at July, I had interviews. I've got funny video, mystery project, beanie, swatch. Did we do a beanie? We did it, but we didn't do it in July. We did the seed stitch. I can't remember now. Bead stitch. I can't remember which stitch we did. It was a pink beanie, and we didn't do it in July. We did it in an earlier month. So I said, hey, we've already done a beanie. Cross that off. And that's what happens throughout the year. You guys say things to me, and like Angela for a long time kept talking about hexagon. When are we going to do a hexagon? I want to do a hexagon bag. I want to do a hexagon bag. Bag, 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 hexagon. We did a hexagon bag, and we did that earlier in the year. And so the more you put this stuff in my head, the more I accidentally do them. It's always good to put some wriggle room in a plan. You know what, Karen? I wished I had done that. Oh, hang on. I missed something. What did I miss there? Might ring my mum up and later and see that, and she a professional tailor. Oh, is she? That's great. It's always good. Yeah. We actually, look, I should do that. I literally, for next year, I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave, say, 1 week in each month for us to play with, I think. But you guys know what doesn't get done during the year this year, the very first month in January of next year, we complete it all. We complete all of this year's stuff that does not get done. Look, at the moment, at the end of August, we will be up to date. Yay! So that's great. Not now, but at the end of August. Hello, everyone. Hi, you're watching from home. Kaz, I hope you are feeling much better. Oh, you're looking well. I can see from here. I can't see you. Wouldn't it be funny if we could see everyone in the live? That would be great. Yay. How's the knee? That's correct. How is the knee? Knees. It's 2 of them, isn't it? You had the operation on 2 of them, I think. I'm not sure. Was it 2, Karen? Both your legs? I think it was both from memory. Cooking dinner and watching. Green Butterfly's cooking dinner. Green Butterfly, cook me some dinner. I've already cooked dinner. I always, on Wednesdays, so here's a little trivia. Wednesday at about 2:30, no, 1:45, I put sauce on, an Italian red sauce, and by 3:45, I turn it off. That's what I do every Wednesday. Then after the live, all I have to do is add some pasta, and I have pasta every Wednesday with a glass of red. Every Wednesday. You need to use the site called Teams. Not sure what you mean there. Boiling eggs for my lunch tomorrow. I love eggs. I love eggs. The way of doing it maybe next year. I'm not sure what you mean there. Kaz, K2. K2, I know. We get a lot of Karens and a lot of Kazes here on our channel. It works like Zoom and Skype. Okay. Well, someone did say something a while back. I think it was last year, mid-year last year, that we should do some sort of Zoom thing. I don't know, because I had a lot of issues with my Zoom. A lot of issues. It just doesn't work for me on my computer. Luana, hello, Luana. Lovely to have you here. We have been going for 1 hour and 27 minutes, Luana. So I don't know how much more time I will be on the live. But I do want to say that it was jam-packed, this live. There was so much to talk about. And usually I mumble through the whole thing. I did well. I did forget one thing, the skirt, which we talked about. And I'm starting to lose, I literally am going darker. So I'm starting to lose internet access, guys. I think we are going to actually have to stop now. Can anyone hear crackling? Can anyone hear crackling? I can see the image going darker. So I'm starting to lose internet by the looks of it. No? Okay. Well, it does look a little dark and dismal. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, that's good. So that's all right. That's all right. We can stick around for a little while longer. See you all on Saturday. Look, I'm still here for a little while, but if no one hears crackling, that's fine. I'm happy to wait. I know when it happens, it usually goes darker for me. And so it's going a little bit dark and it's going light, it's going dark. 7:30 here and had dinner, just done washing up. Oh, good. You can come to my place after I have my dinner and you can do my washing up for me, Luana. Very painful. Thank you, Raylene, but happy to be home. Glad you're there. Yes. No truth, I can make it a long day. Okay, lol. It's the part I dislike, Luana. I can use every dish under the sun. When it's ready to clean up, I think, oh, who wants to do that? Hello, Michelle, and it's morning for you. It's afternoon for us here in Melbourne, Australia. We have done our live already. We've done it all, dear. We've done a lot. In fact, I'm very excited that we talked about the cotton for the skirt coming up, and that's coming up towards the 3rd week in August. There's a couple of things coming up in the third week in August. One is that, I can't remember what the other thing is. Did I write it down? I don't think I did. I said the Peacock Blanket. Let's try blanket. Is coming up probably around the end of August, early September from memory. Kaz, lots of rehab. Yeah, that's what happens when you have these operations. You have to do all your rehab. But just think about it, Kaz. Once it's done, you'll be able to do backflips. Or maybe not backflips, but close to it. Maybe not. And so that's all that I've been doing, guys. I'm not going to stay here any longer. Have been here for an hour and a half exactly. So I just want to thank everyone for coming. Don't forget, see, I closed the book. Like a duffer, I closed the book. Just talk amongst yourselves for a few minutes. I don't know. I really don't. Okay. Will we be doing another swatch this month? Yes, we will. I'll be talking about the new swatch on Saturday. We will be doing a yarn dance Saturday. I'll talk about what it is on Saturday. I was going to tell you today, but I'm going to wait till Saturday now. But we will be doing a yarn dance Saturday, which means you guys get to choose the colors of the next swatch. I did say we might leave the ones that we had here, but let's just wait until we see that swatch, and then you can decide whether you want to see those colors or we're going to choose others. I think we'll do a yarn dance just for fun. Okay, slow and steady, Raylene. I'll get there. Roaring, ready to go. See you next time. Bye. See you, Luana. Okay, so Harry Styles top Thursday, part 1. Not the whole top, part 1. Call the Midwife Friday, part 1. Oh, by the way, Jen, you can get out of the naughty corner now. Jumping now, I know, right? And on Monday we are doing that sewing join, so I can show you the invisible seam line. I'm coming out of the naughty corner now. All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget, please like, subscribe, share, do all those wonderful things that I know you guys pretty much already do for me. You've been lurking, watching via Foster, but cannot chat now on phone. Okay, that's all right, Margaret. We're going now. Lovely to have you lurk at least. Yay, call it Midwife Blanket, definitely coming on Friday. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and guess what, guys? Ciao for now. See you all in the loop on Saturday. Bye. Oh, don't forget the fun stuff Saturday. Be there or be square. Bye all.